Okay, let's go with Thelian. Arzate says, "Hi Ave, hope you're doing well. I'm really looking forward to finally having the chance to get some feedback from your on my work. You're an artist I've respected and followed for a long time, and your thoughts would mean a lot to me." Oh, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Sorry. On one hand, I feel like no matter how much I practice or work on new projects, I never fully feel confident in my abilities. On the other hand, I also love to hear your thoughts on which piece you recommend keeping or removing from my portfolio. I've been gradually updating it. And one last question. I've been thinking about moving abroad to experience a new culture and pursue more career opportunities, but it's definitely scary. Yes, that's a great question. And a great situation. Hey, no, this is good, man. Thelian. Where are you from? Ah, you're from Mexico. Nice. Okay, so a fellow Mexican here. Okay, Thelian. So, again, brutally honest here with you. This is good. I like it. You have some good stuff. I would, again, play a little bit, for instance, with material definition or render, just to add a little bit more highlight. It looks a little bit flat on this character right here. But this is a very, very cool character. Wings are tricky. You did a great job on this one. Really, really nice job. Nice UV maps. Nice, is that the pose? Yeah, that's a great concept there. Yeah, this is great, man. This is really, really good. Really good. I love this one. Great character. Night scene, boy and cat on the pier. See how this is a night scene and he's making really good use of lights and focal point to make sure that we look at the kid. That's exactly what we want to do here. Great values. Yep. Nice stuff, man. Great. Hey, good topology. Trying to look at the topology. Like if we could get like just one like shot of the face topology, that would be great. This one looks a little bit simpler than the other ones that you've shown. Again, technically it's well executed, but it definitely looks a little bit simpler. Jeff the Shark. I like this one. Yep. UVs are not perfectly optimized. Like these things right here, they could be like straight lines rather than these loops. There's a couple of things there that we can also change. What are those like? Are those like the teeth or something? No. What are those pink spots? Oh, the paws. There's a little paws right there. That's the kind of stuff that you can probably bake. If this is for like game asset. And we're missing wireframes on this one, my friend. Oh, no, we have it. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Really like this one. Zelda? Zelda, right? Okay. Hair is probably the one that the thing that I don't love about this one. Careful, grain of the wood. That's another like common thing. Remember, the grain of the wood always goes in the area or the section that you want it to be the strongest. So if you had that shield right there and she received a very big hit, the shield would just like crack one side, and that's not what you want. So this shield or the grain of the wood would probably be going on a different direction. It's not a bad project. I like it. I do feel like the metal is looking a little bit too just generic. Would be the word. Like nothing special, to be honest. But it's not a bad one. Leather, it's a little bit too heavy on the accents, and we can add a little bit of like metal edgeware on the leather as well. But you're following proper process, to be honest. Take a look at this one, Burstein. Yeah, this one looks very nice. Were you trying to use the hand painted texture approach, right? Like I think you used something like the orc technique that I showed you. It's a good technique. It's a fun technique. It's not the best technique, but it's going to give you a good result. Symbiosis. This one looks fun, but again, we need to see a little bit more wireframe. Okay, so in general, I think you have a strong portfolio, especially for characters. This last one, the bird, amazing, really, really good. I'm going to be honest with you again, and I'm going to be honest because we're in Mexico, and I know how the situation is here in Mexico. You're not going to get as much chance to exploit your skills and get like this kind of work here in Mexico because the budgets that we have here are very small. Very, very small. Like it's very difficult for you to be able to work in a commercial or in a movie or in a short that's going to have the budget of Pixar, DreamWorks, or things like that. So if you have the chance, my friend, Thelian, if you have the chance to go to Canada, to go to the US, to go to Europe, which I know, at least as Mexicans, sometimes it's a little bit easier because some of the treaties that we have, do it. Like, take it. It is scary. I was in the US for 3 years, and it's definitely a little bit of a cultural shock at first. but you meet new people, you understand new ways of seeing things, you change your mindset quite a bit. So if you can do it, do it. I know we as Mexicans tend to be very close to our families, and we try to keep a very sort of like a close knitted group. But if you can afford to do it, especially for instance if you're not married, if you don't have kids, and you can afford to go a couple of years to Canada or to the US again to learn, improve, and get more experience, I think you're gonna get a lot from it. You do have a strong portfolio. I think you can definitely apply already. I don't think you need to take any pieces out. Maybe some of the ones that feel a little bit more incomplete, like this one's right here. But especially this last character that you have, these two last ones are very, very good in terms of quality. So I would definitely keep them right there. So I hope that works. Big Mike, he's also from Mexico. We need to do something here, guys. We need to have like a carne asada or something. Like a party, a Mexican party. Some recruiters told me there's no roles, just 3D artists. I have to specify like modeler, rigger, etc. But I love to do all. Help me. It depends on the studio. On big studios, yes, the roles are going to be more specific. So you're going to be modeler, sculptor, texture artist, rigger, animator, surfacing artist. There's a bunch of them. In smaller studios, it's just a 3D artist. Like in my studio, where like for the last project we had 5 artists. I needed them to be pretty much generalists, so they need to do a little bit of everything. But it really depends on the kind of studio that you are working with. GPD says, hi, una duda rápida, ya que eres aquí de México, ¿has escuchado algo sobre la Universidad de Sena? Me da curiosidad si se menciona algo en la industria porque un persona nos dijo su opinión y lo que él ha escuchado. I've heard about the Sena. I've seen some good pieces from them. I haven't met them. I don't know anyone who teaches there, like in my circle. I know other schools, especially here in the north of Mexico, and I can give you more opinions about those. But they've been around for a long time, and usually if someone has been around for a long time, that's a good indicator that they have something to offer of value, right? So just check their stuff, check their portfolio, check their like students, where they're working, if they're working, like all the kind of stuff. It's a good way to get an estimate on how good they are. I definitely want to go to Canada, Casey. My brother, he went to where was he? Who went for? He studied a different thing. He's actually for like HR, so psychology for like industries. I'm not sure what that name is in other countries. Where what? Went to a city. Calgary? I think he went to Calgary. Pretty sure he went to Calgary. I'm almost certain he went to Calgary. Yeah, he was there for like 6 months doing his internship. Like transportation. He said it is like crazy cold. Because he went like middle of October and he came back like in February. So he was in like the coldest months. So he saw freaking rangers on the street and things like that.